Hi everyone, Deb Raven here, and I help women over the age of 50 to find or create work that they're really going to enjoy doing at this stage in their life, but that also allows them to live the lifestyle that they desire to live. So today we are 3 days away from Mother's Day. So I know most of the people who watch these videos are women, and so I'm going to make a assumption that probably a lot of women are mothers of some kind, whether it's mothers to humans or mothers to fur babies or feathered babies or being a caregiver of some sort, nieces, nephews, maybe parents, aunts and uncles. The list goes on, community members. So I've wanted to acknowledge, because I do believe that that is the most important job on the planet, is the job of a mother. And most of us mothers, I'm a mother of two grown children, and I take that job very seriously. And even though it hasn't always been easy, my kids have always been my top priority. And you probably don't feel any different. And there's good times, and then there's not so good times. I've also been a mother to many, many fur babies over my life. Another job that I take very seriously and would do anything for my fur babies. I actually have a 13-year-old golden retriever right now who was diagnosed with leukemia 3 years ago. And the amount of care and love and expense that goes into helping my dog live a longer life and to have a good quality of life takes a tremendous amount of effort on my part. But of course, I do it very happily and very glad that Penny is still with us today. Anyway, so I want to acknowledge that. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. I hope everyone has a chance to do something fun on Sunday, maybe with their family or with their friends or something outdoors. But I encourage you to take some time during the day to celebrate all of your accomplishments as a caregiver, as a mother. And so that got me to thinking today about how we so selflessly give of ourselves as mothers, as women. It always seems to fall on women's shoulders to be the caregivers. And it also falls on women's shoulders to be the social organizers. It's usually the women who are keeping families together. They're organizing the family dinners, the get-togethers at the holiday time. They're organizing the food, and the food is usually at the heart of any family. I know it is in mine. And they're the organizers of that. And if the women didn't keep up the social connections, the food, the culture, the traditions, if they didn't maintain those connections and support their family, a lot of families would have crumbled a long, long time ago. And what I also know to be true is that a lot of women have sacrificed longevity or the ability to be promoted, to kind of climb the corporate ladder, so to speak, because they've compromised their career, perhaps for a spouse who maybe was on their own career trajectory, and she supported, her partner in doing that. Maybe you've taken some time off to be a caregiver to your children or to your elderly parents. It's not very often that you will find the same thing about men. It's not to say it doesn't happen. It's not to say that there's not a lot of amazing men and amazing dads out there. That's not what this is about. This isn't a men bashing video. It is simply to say that it is normally fallen on our shoulders. And we do these things out of the graciousness of our heart, maybe sometimes a little bit resentment, but we do it because we're caregivers. We want to see our families do well. We want to see our children do well, especially. And when it comes to our children, we want the best for them. We want them to have the best of everything. We want them to live a happy and fulfilling life, and for them to be able to realize their full potential in what they do for work and what they do for the world, what they do for their community. So I don't know a lot of mothers out there who would tell their children, don't reach for the stars. I don't know a lot of moms out there that would just say, oh, you should just settle for any job that you can get. I don't know a lot of moms out there who would say that. And so I'm inviting you to kind of flip that around and say those things to yourself. Because I know as being caregivers, a lot of us have put ourselves on the back burner. We have not made ourselves a priority because we've been too busy making other people in our life a priority. But maybe now at the age of over 50, well into your 50s, maybe even in your 60s, you now have a little bit more time because maybe you're an empty nester. Or if you're not quite an empty nester yet, maybe your kids are grown. Maybe they're in college. Maybe they just come home for the summer holidays. All kinds of different scenarios. But in the women that I talk to, what I've noticed is that a lot of women, because they have a little bit more space in their life, they have a little bit of time to reevaluate. They have a little bit of more time to do some inner work. And maybe they also have some time to, when they're doing their evaluating, to realize their sense of dissatisfaction in the work that they're doing. Maybe they've been doing something all of their life. Maybe they've had little jobs here and there. Maybe they've been in a profession all their life because it was expected of them, or they fell into it, or they had to stay in it because they had to pay the bills and they had to support their kids and they had to put their kids through college or university. Maybe you're not at that stage anymore. Maybe you're at that stage where you're ready to prioritize yourself so that you can live the next 10 or 15 or even 20 work years of your life left with a different sense of purpose. I believe that we should all be doing work that gives us that sense of purpose, that sense of satisfaction. It should be work that aligns with our values, because I really see our work as an extension of who we are. I don't believe that there needs to be this separation. This is who I am, in my work, and this is who I am in my personal life. I believe it can all flow together really, really great. And when people talk about a purpose, that's how I see it as a purpose, is that it's not a job, it's an extension of who you are. Doesn't mean that your job title is who you are, but it just means that the work you do is who you are as a person. There's no difference. And so if you find yourself maybe in a job right now that's no longer working for you, you're bored, you don't even know what you're still doing there after 30 years. How did you fall into this? Maybe you'd like to start your own business. A lot of women want to start their own business or become consultants because it allows you freedom of time, flexibility. You could be doing your work from anywhere in the world. A lot of women would like to leverage their skills and expertise in doing something more like that. Maybe you want to change industries completely. Maybe you want to get out of the corporate rat race and find work that really kind of speaks to your heart at this stage in your life. There's many, many things, but if you're not happy, don't settle. I encourage anybody who's watching this video not to settle, because I know that that's not what you tell your kids. You don't say to your kids, oh, it's a crappy job, but you know what? That's all you can get. That's not what you would tell them. And a lot of women, because maybe they've been in a profession for 30 years already, they don't know what else they can be doing. If you're in a position where you know that you'd like to do a change, you're at a point in your life where you're ready to make different decisions for yourself and your work life, but you have no idea where to start. That's exactly the work that I do. I help women to find or create work that they're really going to enjoy. We go through a process of discovery. We go through a process of making decisions, of certainty. I help you with all of those things, but the most important thing is that you're ready to do some exploration. You're ready to entertain different possibilities for yourself so that you can live with vitality and with purpose for the rest of your life. Nobody wants to just be putting in time until they can retire. And retirement, it's great. But what I've heard from ladies is that it's not all that it's cracked up to be, because after the initial honeymoon phase and the initial travel phase, then it's like, okay, here I am, now what? lost the sense of purpose. People lose their sense of, why am I even getting up in the morning? And that's why a lot of women want to create something in their 50s or 60s that's going to give them that longevity, that's going to allow them that flexibility. Maybe they want a regular job, but they don't want to be working 40 hours a week anymore. Maybe they only want to work 20. If you find that you're in that situation where you'd like to be doing something different, but you really don't know what that could look like, and you really don't know how to even get started, I invite you to book a complimentary clarity call with me, and we will take a look at that on that call. We'll spend about 45 minutes together, take a look at what's not working for you, take a look at maybe what you do want to be doing. And if I'm certain that I'm the right person to help you, I'll talk to you about what it could look like to work together. Ultimately, if we end up working together, we'll kind of talk about next steps on that call. But if it's not a good fit, I know that you're still going to get tremendous clarity from our time together on that call, and maybe even know some next steps that you can take. So that call is free. It is not free coaching. I just want to be very clear about that. It is a call, a discovery call, clarity call, so that we can expose really what's not working for you, and so that we can determine whether or not I would be the best person to help you in getting support in order to make this happen more confidently, more quickly, and certainly with more certainty. So to book that complimentary call, you go to debraven.com/apply. That's my name, debraven.com/apply, and book a spot on my calendar. I'm taking the weekend off for Mother's Day weekend, but I have spots available for the following week. So please feel free to book a spot there. Again, that's debraven.com/apply. And once again, happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers who are out there. I hope that you have a really fun day on Sunday. Bye. Thanks for watching.